Laurie says, how do you calm your desperation for intimacy when you meet someone so you don't end up in bed too soon? So what you want to do is find other, it depends on what you're talking about with intimacy. If you're talking about emotional intimacy, then what you want to do is you want to build emotional intimacy with friends. You want to build it with family. You want to build it with other people, maybe dogs or whatever. I don't know. Maybe your dog is your therapist. I know some people that are like that. They like pick up their dog and they're like, oh, Wolfie, I had such a hard day today. Let's talk. You're such a best friend of mine, right? And they have like a emotional intimacy with their dog, which, whatever. I'm not here to judge. So you want to create connection, right? You want to create emotional intimacy with other people in your life, with friends, family, animals, that kind of stuff. Like anywhere that you find emotional intimacy, whatever emotional intimacy is for you and where you find it, that's where you want to get it. That way, when you go to him, it's not like you're like, oh my God, like I need to get emotional intimacy from him. And it's a little bit different if you're talking about physical intimacy. If you're talking about physical intimacy, what you want to do is, if it's really that big of a problem for you, if you're just like, oh my God, I gotta get me some right now, right? What you want to do is just try to take care of that beforehand, like before you go into those situations, however you can. And another thing that you can do is you can use kind of like meditation for it, where you just let the urge just wash over you and just notice how it comes over you and just let it go, right? Which is another way, right? It's a way to kind of break yourself from different types of urges. This is what I use all the time, which is why I'm kind of a workaholic now, because I've like shut myself off to a lot of the things that most people do, right? Like watching TV and, like doing a whole bunch of things that normal people do. I didn't do because I wanted to have a successful business and do a bunch of other things that were really successful. And so I spent a lot of time just shutting off other things that were going on in my life in order to create that for myself. And one of the ways that I did it was through using meditation. And when you have those kinds of urges or desperation coming up, what you can do is just kind of fully go into that experience of it, that feeling that you have, and just allow it to like wash over you and just feel wherever it is in your body, and just let it, go through you and just get a full experience of it. And then kind of like, just because it'll come and it'll go. Right. And then when you get into a situation with a guy like that, what can end up happening is that feeling will end up coming up for you. And instead of reacting through that or from that space of that feeling and being like, oh, I got to get me some, right? You can just kind of let it go like you do in your practice, in your meditation practice, which is what I do.